Hello, YouTube. I'm Brian, the American in Taiwan. Welcome to episode 3 of the Parade of Food, the Taiwanese Parade of Food. And this episode is going to be about, as I mentioned in last week's episode, this is going to be about fried street food, roadside fried snacks. And that is something that I have to say Taiwan does really well. Taiwan's street food is on point. And I love that I can walk out of my house at 8:30 at night, walk like 5 minutes, and get these delicious snacks. And that's not hard, that's not difficult, that's not weird at all. You know, in America, in all the places I lived at least, that wasn't really an option. That just wasn't part of the culture. You know, American culture doesn't have that. It doesn't have street food woven into it. And anyway, before I really dive into the food part of this, I also want to introduce my drink. If you're going to have greasy fried street food, then you're going to need a drink to go with it. And what works best, if you ask me, is, well, soda or beer. And, well, if you're new to my channel, you might not know, but if you've been with me for a while, what do you think I'm going to drink? I'm going to drink a beer. You know that. You know damn well I'm going to drink a beer. So, here it is. Let me introduce it to you guys, alright? I'll give you like a little zoomed in look. So, this is called Max, and it is the Gold All Malt Lager. And what it says there is Max Gold is the talisman of the Max family. An all malt lager brewed naturally with hints of citrus and sweet malts. So there you go, guys. That's 4% alcohol, and it's got, let's see, IBU 15.5, best served at 4 degrees C. So there you go. It's not a Taiwanese beer, but it is a very, very good beer. I'm guessing I've had a lot of Max products before. I really got to give credit to SARK, which is a distribution company here in Taiwan. They distribute alcoholic beverages like beer and liquor, and they also do a little bit of food stuff, but it's mostly the focus is on the beverages, the alcoholic beverages. So I really want to give credit to SARK for hooking me up with this Max right here, which I'm about to try and show off to you guys. And look, if you're interested, then I want you to check out the link in the description box of this here video to find out if you're, let's say you're a business and you want to carry this yourself, or any one of Max products yourself to sell to your customers. Check out that link. If you're just a person living in Taiwan and you want to go and find out which restaurants or which pubs or which bars have these beers available, check out that link in that description box and you'll have all the information that you need. So let me pop this open and get that started, and then I'll get on to the food. So here we go. Okay. It's a pull tab, so I'm going to pull that off, and then I'm going to pour that into my glass here. Let's pull off that tab. All right, good smell. Good smell so far. Okay, and let me pour that into my glass. So here we go. All right, well there it is, guys. Ain't that beautiful? Huh? Look at that. Here we go. First time trying this, and I'm sure it's going to go fantastically with the fried snacks. It's good. It's good. I mean, it's lager, so it's not like a really, really intense taste, but for what it is, it's good. Yeah, it's solid. Like, there's nothing really like standing out, no like super strong flavor, but it's solid. It's a solid lager. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Especially for this time of year. Like right now in Taiwan, like we're about, you know, we're getting into like mid-June and it's friggin' hot. So just like something cold and refreshing, something like this, that's not too complicated, not too heavy. This would go good. It would go good with the weather. So I recommend. And let's move on to the food. So I really need to tell you guys where I got this. So where I went, like I said kind of earlier, was that I literally left my house at 8:30 at night, and I walked with my son, my older son, and we walked about 5 minutes, and we went to my favorite street food place in my neighborhood called Mr. Long's. So now I'm just gonna kind of show you guys some photos and just kind of like let's say walk you through it, just so you get an idea of the kind of places that you might see if you were living in Taiwan or if you just come for a visit and you want to get some street food. Okay, so first picture here we have the sign that hangs on the side of the building, and it says right there, it says at the top, if you can look really close, it says Mr. Long, and it goes all the way down. They got all the characters there. Okay, next part. So when you walk up, they have like this big kind of like open, like, I don't even know what you would call it. They have like a big open glass case full of the food. So here's just a couple of pictures from that. So first we have like the vegetable side of things. There's some, what do we got here? We got broccolis, we got some baby corn, we got just regular corn on the cob, we got some mushrooms, we have some tofu, we have some green beans. Okay, moving up just to the top right there, you can see that they have on the one side, those are like squid, that's like fried squid. On the other side, those are like little chicken nuggets right there. Those are always delish. Okay, and then we move over a little bit, and then here's where you get the skewers, like the kebab skewers. Okay, so as you can see in that picture, you have some interesting stuff. So if we start on the one side, you have some beef there on the skewers. Then you have some pork wrapped around some green onion. You have right down there, those are eggs. They're not regular eggs. Those are called century eggs, or like 1,000-year-old eggs. I actually have a video of me trying one of those like a long, long, long ass time ago. If you're interested, you can check that out. I'll throw the link to that down in the description box for this video. Moving on, there's some blood cake there, some pig's blood cake, some rice sausage. You got some tofu. Moving on, there's some hash browns, some hot dogs. You have chicken hearts on a skewer. You have chicken butts on a skewer. You have little like Vienna sausages on a skewer, fish balls on a skewer, meatballs on a skewer. And then we move to really the last picture. You have right there, you have their fried sweet potatoes, and then that's pig intestine right there. And just above that, I'm not sure what that is. I can't recall what that is. That might be pork or something. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's what Mr. Long's setup looks like. Now we move on to the food, okay? So, one by one, let's go through these. The first thing I want to present to you guys here is this fried sweet potato. So, it's kind of like, well, let me give you a closer look. So, it looks like that. It's like you take a sweet potato, you wash it up, you chop it up into like, quarter-sized pieces like that, right? That's like a quarter of what a sliced sweet potato would be. And then I think they put a bit of like breading or something on the outside. And then of course they deep fry it. And I've had this before, and inside it's good. It has like, of course, it's got the texture of like a potato, like just a regular potato. But the flavor is not salty, the flavor is sweet because, duh, it's a sweet potato. All right, so let me take a bite. Yeah, that's good, man. That's real good. Let me get a swig of that beer. Perfect. God damn, that flavor combo was perfect, man. I'm telling you. That fried food and that beer right there, it's like a match made in heaven. Mm, awesome. So that's the fried sweet potato. Delicious. Freaking delicious. Just as good, and it might even be a little bit better than some French fries out there. than some regular, like, normal French fries out there. Anyway, moving on. Next, we have two things that kind of go together. We have just regular standard white tofu that's been deep fried, and also with it they include like slices of raw onion, and it's a really good flavor combo. Time to try it. Oh yeah. So that might creep out some of my Western viewers out there who might not be used to tofu, but it's good, man. I'm telling you. Like on the outside, because it's been deep fried, you get a bit of crisp on the skin, right? Just like a little bit crisp on that tofu skin right there, right? And it's got like a really, really salty flavor to it. And then you combine it with the sharpness of that raw onion. It's just good, man. It's just delicious. And like the texture is because it's been deep fried, like the texture is very, very in Taiwan they would call it very Q. It's very, very how Q. Like it's like a kind of like a chewy, spongy kind of a texture. It's kind of hard to describe. You kind of have to just try it for yourself. But it's good, man. It's something I recommend. I like it a lot. So there you go. That's fried tofu with a bit of raw onion on there. Okay, next up, we have these. These are fried green beans. So, I mean, of course, everybody knows what green beans are all about. But these babies have been deep fried and they've been seasoned, and believe me, they are good. They are real, real good. There's a close little look at them right there. See them there? They're delicious. They're not too soft, but they've been cooked so that they've been softened a little bit. They're just perfect. So here we go. Yeah, it's good, man. Real good. These snacks that I picked out, they're all ones that I've had before. So they're ones that I really, really like. Like I said when I started this series, I'm only going to eat things that I like, that are banging. I'm not going to force myself to eat things that I hate. What's the point in that? You know? Unless you're doing like, gross out like Fear Factor type videos. Anyway, again, those green beans, man, they're on point, right? They've softened a little bit, got that seasoning on the outside, got that fried flavor, but they still got a bit of crisp to them on the inside, right? They still got that vegetable crisp. You can still feel that when you're chewing, like the texture. Perfect. Two more things. We're almost there, dudes. Next up, we have my older son's favorite, which is pretty much why I got this. Take a close look here. These are like fried baby hot dogs, or like in the United States, we would call them like Vienna sausages. And they're good. It's like it's a hot dog. It's a hot dog. I mean, you can't go wrong with hot dogs, right? And you can't go wrong with deep frying. So yeah, here we go. It was good. It tastes like a deep fried hot dog, right? I mean, not extraordinary, but it's good. Just a solid snack. And the seasoning that they use at Mr. Long's is particularly good. So what do we got here? Oh yeah, my favorite. The last one. Here we go. These babies. Let me give you a little close-up look. These are chicken hearts. Now, okay. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. I know a lot of Western viewers are freaked out by organ meat, but organ meat is not a big deal here in Taiwan. People like their organ meat. They like their hearts and their kidneys and their colons and their stomachs. It's good stuff, you know? And I've developed more of an appreciation for organ meat since I've moved to Asia. It's good stuff, man. Like, and if you try to keep an open mind. Like, if you haven't tried something, you at least have to try it before you decide that it's awful, right? You gotta give it its due, as I would say, as many people would say. So yeah, chicken hearts, they are delish. I like them barbecued. I also like them deep fried. They're on point. They're always on point. Here we go. Yeah. So, it's a little bit chewy, right? Like I've had the food sitting there for a while, so it's not as hot as when they first take it out of the fryer. So a little bit chewy, not their fault, right? Still really good. I really like that flavor. So you get like an organy meat flavor, right? It's got like a hint of, I don't know, what would you call it? It's got like a hint of blood or like a hint of iron, right? It's got a very organy like kind of flavor. Maybe if in the West, maybe if you've ever had like a liver and onions, like you know what I'm talking about with the organ meat flavor. It's got some organ meat flavor, right? It's got that going on. It's good though. It's really really good, right? With like the deep fried like oily flavor to it, like the grease, and then you got like the seasoning that they use at Mr. Long's. It's on point, man. It's on point. Like it would be even better if I had eaten it like minutes after they had taken it out of the fryer, but that's life. I gotta wait for my kids to go to sleep. Both of my kids are really, really young, and they don't understand the meaning of shh, quiet, keep it down. They don't get that, right? So that's just life. I had to wait, but they're still really good. I love me some chicken hearts, man. Like, chicken hearts are fantastic. They're one of my favorite snacks. So there you go. Chicken hearts, everybody. Oh, what a meal, what a meal. I'm so glad to be able to share that with you guys, man. That's delicious. And I hope that gets you amped up. If you're coming to Taiwan or if you live here in Taiwan, go get some street food. It's freaking delicious, right? Whether it be fried like I had here, or whether it be barbecued, or even boiled, that's also an option, right? You can also get like boiled. Go out and get some. It's awesome, dudes. It's really, really awesome. So there you go. That's our episode for this week. That's the fried street food. I'm thinking for the next episode that I'm going to have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with the very iconic and classic Taiwanese dish, the oyster omelet. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you're gonna have to tune in next week because I'm going to be trying the oyster omelet. Oh yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, please remember to subscribe, rate the video, give me a thumbs up, share the video, and in the comments, why don't you go ahead and tell me what your favorite kind of snack is. If you happen to live in a place where you could get like quote-unquote street food, tell me what your favorite street food is. If you're not in a position or you're not in a place where you can get street food, like you lived in the places where I lived in the United States, maybe just share with me what your favorite kind of, I don't know, greasy junk food type of thing is, right? Like if you were going to go to a 7-Eleven in the United States, what kind of greasy, gross, like hot prepared food would you get for yourself? Would you get one of those hot dogs? Would you get maybe, I don't know, like a pretzel, like a Slurpee? What would you get? Let me know. What kind of gross, greasy, unhealthy food would you get? And if you were going to eat that food, maybe even include what kind of beer would you have with that? Let me know. That's what I want you to tell me. Pop that down in the comments. Alright guys? Okay. See you next week. Bye-bye.